potential energy.
But
And
K
E-
minus B is equals to MGH,
So Ka
right?
plus MGH equal to Kb. You
So you just-
understand here?
Right, so you
So you
just,
just need to move this to here.
right?
Kb minus Ka equal to MGH.
And we have the mass, and we have
H.
the G,
Yeah.
which is gravity,
Yes.
and
then
the H.
is 30 meter. This 10 meter doesn't mean anything.
Because the H is 30,
the difference between A and B, right?
right? But the H is 30,
30
1
meter.
minus cosine of 30, right? Wouldn't it be the H?
No,
But this is
it's
something like
it's
a pendulum, right?
It's a pendulum, right? So you just need to consider vertical difference between A
Because it's
and
not
B.
like a pendulum question.
No. So why you need to understand why in the pendulum you need to do that. Because you have angle here. Because you want to know the vertical here, you want to calculate that's the difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is the difference. Here is 1. And here is cosine 30 degree.
Okay,
That's why you got this H by calculating like this.
right.
But in this case, it's just jump. How high is just the difference between A and B.
Okay.
And then number 6. Meter, A and B. So the here is 800 Newton, which means the mass will be 800 over 9.8, right? Kilogram. If her speed is 12 meter per second at A, what is her speed at the bottom? Just need to calculate the energy here and here, the total energy. And here is the kinetic energy plus the potential energy. Potential energy is the same. Here is the same thing as the previous question, right? At the pendulum. So you need to mg times L1 minus cosine 40 degree. That's the kinetic energy at A plus potential energy at A is equal to kinetic energy at B. At this point, there is no potential energy, it's 0, right? And then if you calculate, and then B is, then we know those numbers, and then that's the only variable. So if you calculate, loss B will be 16.78. The answer is 17.
We cancel all of the M's, right?
Yeah. You cancel the
And then you just plug in.
right. just plug in the number. We know VA is 12, G, L is 30, so just calculate and plug in.
Why did we look for the mass? Why do we need the mass in the original?
Oh, I mean, I just want to remind you, like here, they only give you the weight. It's 800 Newton. So if you need the mass, you need to convert
Okay. All right.
this way.
All right.
But if you cancel it out, you don't need to do that. Okay. And then number 7. 2 kilogram block slide down a fixed curved track. So it goes from here to here. Let's say A to B. But the surface is rough. It's 2 kilogram. After this has a volume decrease. Here is 5 meter per second. Here was 0 meter per second. It was at rest. Here tells you the height difference, 1.8 meter, right? Assume the blocks of how much work is done on the block by the force of friction during this descent. So the work done by the friction is always negative, right? Because it's a different direction and it will convert into heat, the friction. So if you have friction, in the end you lost the energy because it converted into heat. So let's say this the work of fraction will be the energy lost, the energy at A minus energy at B. No, it should be the work done by the force will be energy at B minus the energy at A, right? The resultant energy minus the initial energy will be the work done by the friction. And we know at B is 1/2 v squared. At A, there is no velocity, so it's only the potential energy, which is mg times h, which is 1.8 meter, right? So if you plug in the numbers, is 2 5 squared 2 9.8 1.8, and that will be 25 minus, I don't know, this you need to calculate here, and then it's negative 10